I'm Ray, and this is TinyTableGames. Thanks for clicking on the video. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and join me on my journey as I continue to play through all the games on my game shelf that I've never played and paint up all the miniatures that sit in a pile of shame waiting to be painted. That's what most of the shorts are, and today the game is Battle of Hoth, Episode 6. This is the part of the second episode of the second campaign, the first campaign concluding after 4 battles with the Imperial victory, wiping out the rebels at the Battle of Hoth, although they did manage to escape in episode 4. Spoilers, if you haven't watched that one yet, you should go watch it. This is a second campaign that comes in the box, deals with Outpost Delta, which is a flanking outpost to the main Echo base. In episode 1 of this one, Outpost was lost, and so this time we've got kind of a weird scenario about evacuating some people, and there's a couple specialized rules, and the setup is something else. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Echo base. I've got something. Not much, but it could be a life form.
As I said, here's the scenario. It's a little bit different. The Rebel Alliance has to take this token, which represents the wounded officer, off the table through either this exit right here or this exit right here. If they do so, basically any unit that moves into this space and moves out of that space can take that token with them. If they move off the table, instant win for the rebels. If on any turn the Imperial forces in their turn in the same hex as that, they win immediately. Other than that, it is 5 trophies for the win on either side with that instant win condition. The Empire gets to start, and the other special rule is that for retreating in this battle, since the lines are all mixed up, you got Empire troops all over the place and Rebel troops scattered around, is that if you get a retreat, you just retreat 1 hex away from whoever forced you to retreat, regardless of side, because it's not really set up that way for this one. So kind of a different scenario this time. Starting cards, and the other thing was that because they won, the Empire gets a probe droid, which I set up right there because that's close to the point of threatening it, and put the pressure there on the rebels. And the rebels get Luke Skywalker added to the deck. So starting off, here's the Imperials. Twice. 2 units of your choice, cannot attack but can move 2 extra hexes. I think that we might start there. So that's what we're going to do. So 2 extra hexes, keeping in mind that we have this everybody in the middle and everybody on the left, which is kind of useless, but the 2 extra hexes, So we're going to go 1, and now the 2 extra hexes, 1, 2, and since they can't attack anyway, they can move 4 spaces, which is crazy. And the Walker, which normally moves 1, can move 2 additional hexes, and he cannot attack either. But that puts the rebels pretty much in a you're going to lose in turn 3 situation, I would say. And their follow-up card is attacking on the left flank, the Imperial right. So that's actually good this time. For the Empire anyway. Not so great for the rebels. Okay, over to the rebels. We got everybody on this flank. That's not bad. Move 2 on that flank, also not bad. Everybody on that flank, all infantry units in 1 section. These units roll an additional die. Whew. First, we're going to start over here with assault on everybody on the right flank. If we activate this guy and move him 1. And I don't want to move anybody into the rocks. The rocks block line of sight, so these guys can shoot at them, but those guys cannot. So we're going to have these guys step out of the trench, and these guys are going to stay where they are. So that's everybody on that flank. And now we'll start with these guys shooting at them. That's 3 2 dice. One hit. And these guys shooting at them with 2 dice. 1 hit. Was hoping to kind of wipe those guys out, but no such luck. And now these guys will be firing at the probe droid because they need to get rid of that because that's trouble too, and they can kill it with a single, but it doesn't really help with that. All right, they'll shoot at these guys. 3-2. 1 hit. Was hoping for a retreat there. That would have caused extra damage. All right, so that was decent, but not amazing. Everybody on this flank, I think everybody in the middle is the correct choice. So, 1, 1, 1, 1, and these guys, I guess, will just move up for the heck of it. Now they might as well run, I guess. So they'll run and act like the safety over there to block that exit. So all 4 of these guys are shooting. So we'll start over here. 3 dice, -1 into the trench with 2 dice. One retreat, which they get to ignore because they're in a trench. These guys will fire at them. Same story. Yeah, same results. That's weird. These guys will fire at these guys also with 2 dice. Wow. And last but not least, the walker will fire into the trench. And it kills 2 guys, but they get to ignore the retreat because of the trench itself. So they held up way better than I would have expected. So we might need to do that, and just kind of ignore all the losses in the trench right now. So trooper assault on the right. So we'll move these guys up, and we will move these guys up. And those guys are going to hold position right there because we don't want to block lines of retreat. So 3, 2, plus 1 die, so 3 dice at those troopers. And they get 1 whole hit. Moving on, these guys will fire at them with 4 dice. And they get 1 hit and 1 retreat. So they can fall back to there. And this guy will fire at those troopers with 3, 2, plus 1 for the card, so 3 dice. So hopefully if he doesn't get hits, he can at least get retreats. Or he could just get a single hit. This is not how you stave off a charge. Oh well. Their follow-up card is not helpful. Okay, so Empire, what do we got? We're out of assaults in the middle, fortunately for the rebels. So we will say, there's what, 3 units there? So we'll do the assaults on the left flank, Imperial left, which is right there, which is everybody in the left. So this guy's going to move up. The probe droid's going to move up. And these guys are going to move up. So the probe droid shoots with 2 dice. Oh, actually, well, yeah, because I don't want to move into rocks, then he can't shoot. So 2 dice, and he's going to shoot at that guy in the trench. Which actually makes it 1 die, so I got to roll that again. And he gets it. So that guy's eliminated, and they get a trophy, and the path is open. Next up, these guys will shoot at the rebels right here with 3 dice. And get 1 hit and 1 retreat. I guess they could also retreat away into the rocks. That was probably a smarter move, although it might not be. No, it's definitely smarter. Into the rocks. And last but not least, this guy firing at those guys with 2 dice because of the trench. Wow, he gets 2 of them. Okay, Imperial Fire has been real effective already this round. Come on, something helpful. Everybody on the left, 2 on the left, 1 recon in the middle, or 1 recon on the left. Yikes. I think we're gonna have to do the recon in the middle, which is only gets us 1, but then we can draw 2 cards and hope for a better result. There's currently only 1 dude in the middle, him. So he will fire out of the trench at these guys with 3 dice. Because he sure as heck is not moving. Now the real question is, let me check. Can the walker walk into the trench? Yes, he can. That's bad. So either way, oof. Wow. That makes me rethink it, because that means if the Imperials get another move an extra space card, they could literally just take it. All right, we'll still recon in the middle, but he's gonna retreat from his trench to occupy that space, because he doesn't have a choice really. And now he will shoot with 1 reduced die. So 3-2 at, I guess, these troopers. For 1 hit, of course. Would be inappropriate to get more than 1 of the 4, right? And gets to draw 2 cards and pick the follow-up. Let's see, 1, 1, and 1, or 2 on the right. I think we'll go with the 1, 1, and 1. Because we do have to move those speeders eventually. I think 2 in the middle for the Empire. And one of them will be the Walker, and one of them is going to be some Snow Troopers. So Snow Trooper set number 1 right here, and the Walker. Which, because the rule book actually specifies what things the Walker can't walk on, so it's walking right through the trenches. So the Walker will fire 3 dice right into those guys. Nope. And gets 1 of them and forces them to retreat. Woo-hoo-hoo. However, they can take the dude with them when they go. Because it says anytime the unit moves, they can take him with them. So they're retreating with the guy, so that's kind of good. And now these guys can shoot 3-2 -1 because they retreated into a trench. So a single die. And they get to ignore 1 retreat, and do they want to? Yes, they do. Probably. Huh, actually, maybe they don't. They're gonna take the retreat and drag their boss with them and keep on backing up. Granted, it's the wrong direction, but they need to buy time. So we'll do the 1, 1, and 1. Anyway, so group 1 is going to be 1, 2, 3. Since they have to stop once they hit the rocks, even though they're speeders. In the middle, we don't have anybody, and over here, we're going to go 1 with these guys, and they share a hex edge with this one, so they can target this guy with 3 2 dice. And they miss. You show up late, bro. All right, we're gonna do 3 units of your choice for the Empire, of course. Here's 1. Here's, Here's number 2. And number 3. These guys. So, firing with this guy first into these 2, 3 dice. And he manages to kill 1 and force 2 retreats. He can back up once, but he's got nowhere to go, so he dies right there and leaves the boss by himself. these guys, who've already moved, will now fire at them with 3 dice. And force a retreat. So they'll retreat into the trenches, I guess. And now the walker, oh yeah, by the way, that gives them another trophy. And the walker will fire at this last guy with 3 dice, -1 for the trench, 2 dice. But misses. Well, that kind of makes up for that other issue, I guess. Okay, so that's pretty grim. So we're going to do information, 2 units of your choice, and they can move an extra hex. Thanks, Luke. So, okay. 1, 2. So they can move an extra hex that way. That's unit 1. And unit 2 is going to be these speeders, I think. Well, if they can move an extra hex, they moved 1, grabbed him, 2, 3. Is it going to hurt him to be farther away? No, it's not. So 1, 2, 3. So they're, if they do that, they can't shoot, though. And we kind of need them to shoot. So we'll do that. And unit 2. This is bad all around. 1, 2, 3, 4, because they can move 1 extra space. All right. So these guys with the boss are going to shoot at these 2 with 3 dice. Hopefully that's going to work out for them. Give them a moment of breathing room. But it doesn't, and instead it forces a retreat, so 1 guy gets killed. Just can't wipe anybody out with those guys. And over here, the speeders, we're going to shoot at them with 4 dice. And take out 3 of them. Because again, just can't quite wipe anybody out in a while. 3 units of the same type, they can move 1 extra hex. So obviously we're going to play that, and it's going to be infantry. So let's see, we got this guy, 1, 2, and these guys, 1, 2, and and these guys, but they're gonna stay right where they're at. So we'll start with lonesome guy number 1 down here, firing into that trio. Oops. 2 retreats and a hit. So you process the hit first. And fortunately, because it's this guy, they do have a retreat. So 1, and they have to retreat again for 2. So that's crazy. Now this guy, 3 2 dice. And a hit and a retreat. So 1 guy, and he can retreat this way because it's this guy, so he's 1 hex further away than he was. And lastly, these 3 unloading into that 1 little guy. 3 dice. Oh yeah, wiped out. Another trophy, and the boss is left in the snow once more. Great. Literally, of all the cards we have, it's either shoot or move this guy. Yikes. So we're going to have to do this one and try to hold position, although it's not going to matter unless they can shoot those guys. Yeah, I think we're screwed. All right. Yeah, we've definitely lost, but we'll try this. Order all your units. They can't move, but they can't attack, because otherwise the only other unit we can move this round is that one. So, these guys only have a range of 2, so they might as well use all 4 dice on that 1 dude. And it basically took all 4 dice, but they finally get their first trophy. This guy will shoot at him with 2 dice. So I'm not even going to try for the add at this point. Gets him, so that's 2 trophies. I don't think it's going to work, but now these guys are going to shoot at them so they can't claim the boss. Can the probe droid claim the boss, though? One of your units occupies the same hex. You've captured the rebel officer and you win the game. Yep, so we have to shoot both of them and we can't. So no matter what happens, the best chance is to shoot the probe droid, though, because he is in both zones and these guys aren't. So if the rebels, or if the Empire doesn't have right flank, Imperial left flank, then they have a chance. So logically, best to shoot that guy with 3 dice. And they don't. But he does have to retreat. Whoop-de-doo. And he retreats right onto the boss. And loses the game for the rebels. All right, so let's see. If you don't lose more than 2 units, they lost 2 units. Place an elite badge on an infantry unit during the setup of the next battle. So they get an elite badge on top of everything else for kicking the crap out of them. Let's see. The Empire gets a support card as well as the elite badge. And the Rebel Alliance gets to add Leia next time and a support card instead of Luke. Let's see. All players read Chapter D. Finish them. Your success has allowed us to catch the enemy on their back foot and discover the southern entrance to the Rebel base. If you succeed in crushing the final Rebel vermin in your path, they will be trapped and our victory will be total. Youch. Meanwhile, from the Rebel perspective, withdraw! The situation is critical, Lieutenant. The southern entrance to Echo Base is under threat, and the evacuation of our troops from Hoth could be compromised. Withdraw your troops to the last line of defense, or all is lost. So there you have it. That one was brutal. That setup with everybody surrounding the rebels and then them firing right into it is bad enough. But then if you don't have the right card combos and get some lucky rolls, which frankly the rebels did not, you're in a lot of trouble really fast. It was kind of funny how retreats actually worked to their advantage for a while, right up until they retreated an Empire unit right onto the instant win condition. So, oops. Anyway, I'm Ray, this is Tiny Table Games. I hope you enjoyed it, and stick around for the conclusion of Campaign 2, Battle of Hoth. I'll see you next time.